Oh no! So we had a windstorm. Mickey was on my porch, so I mean it wasn't staked. I didn't have stuff put on the base because I did not expect him to fall over, but he fell over and he cracked himself pretty good. His nose came out. You can see this piece here. So I have a fair amount of these Home Depot things. I've repaired my skeleton, a time or two in some different ways. But I have heard that doing these plastic welds are really good. So I figured I'd try it out, and I figured I would record it. So if we have good results, you can follow this as a tutorial, and if I screw it up further, you can use this as a cautionary tale. So this is the plastic welding gun, and then it has different types of little, we're going to call these staples, that you heat up and you put in there. You've got a little clippy to clip off the ends. Got like an X-Acto to prepare the surface, and then I guess these are all just different types of clips. So yeah, so we'll see what we can do. I think everything, I kind of dry fit it together a little bit. So I'll show you what I'm doing. All right, so we got like some little plastic welding staples here. I selected that one to start, and you always want to start, like if you're doing something new that you've never done before, maybe try it on something that isn't the thing you're working on. But where's the fun in that? We're going to try it on, so this area is broken, and this is an area that I could probably figure out how to glue. So we're going to try it here first. See what it does, see how we like it before we move it into an area that will show. So I think what we do, I got this plugged in, is we put this guy in. As far as it goes. Guess so. Okay, so it's in there. Pull the trigger for like 5 seconds, I think. And then after I do that, I'll kind of get it in here. So see what happens. There's a light. Oh, it's red. Okay, so we're in there. And we're going to put it in right like that. So you can see, and it said that I can kind of break these off. They're not too hot. But we'll use the little clippy. So kind of getting in there. Woo! Probably want to wear safety glasses with the way that shot off, huh? Get that in. Now, you can see on surfaces that it's going to show. You'll probably need a paint, which is fine. Like, I can paint over that. But that grabbed it pretty good. I'm pretty impressed. There's another area back here that it needs to go. So we'll do the same thing. We'll heat up another one, and we'll go back there. And then we'll move on to the main face of the mouse. But this is a pretty cool little gadget. Got this on Amazon for like 18 bucks. So I mean, if you think about, if you have these, our skeleton, like I said, he's been hurt many times. You can see it kind of heating up, and then when it kind of turns red, I'm gonna get it in there. There we go. Yeah, pretty cool. So for 18 bucks to kind of do your own repairs, I think is good, and it looks better. The first time I repaired the skeleton, I just put some big plugs and bolts and everything, kind of made him, more of a Frankenstein monster type of thing. So yeah, I think that is a very serviceable repair. Those are hidden, so I'm not too worried about where they are. We'll move over now to the front of the mouse. So what I've done is I've kind of lined up, his nose sort of as best I can where the break is. It's not going to be seamless no matter what I do, but I want it to be close, because I get right up on top of it, like, yeah, I can kind of see, some gaps and whatnot. But from your angle, even back here, and if we go further and further back, this is really the type of view most people are getting from Mickey. So that's kind of what I want, where I want the repair to look good. And again, I'll add, you know, some paint or something just to help out, you know, at the end. But the idea is, I got like a 2-year-old. You can't see Mickey with a busted up schnoz, right? So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna repair kind of the underside first, because that underside, you know, is the part that doesn't really show, and I want to use it to get it kind of lined up for me. So coming in here, I'll kind of heat up, and I'm gonna get right kind of underneath his nose. I'm gonna leave this stuff hanging out as I do the repair, and I'll clip everything at the end there. Again, this is like a plastic stapler is what they call it. I got it for like $18 on Amazon. So far, very impressed. I can see myself using this a lot. So I'm gonna come over, I'm gonna do the other, and I'm trying to get as close as I can to the areas that aren't gonna show very much. I'll show you on the other side, because I don't mind if there's little lines, but I don't want a big old staple running across, you know, Mickey's face. I think that would, you know, serve to horrify the children of the world rather than make them happy. And again, it doesn't have to look super good right up on top. It's let's see, I'm trying to hold it, and he's trying to run away from me. There we go. But I want it from that distance that that people are, you know, looking at. So you know, you see that little line? I'm not going to worry too much about that little line. You know, going to get one more kind of up around the nose here, and then I'm going to call it good, because that'll hold it in place. And that's really the amount that I care about, is the holding in place, more so than any other part there. So it worked. I think like just like some plastic or something. I just blew it out with some air, and it worked fine after that. So, you know, here we are with the repair. The one thing that is a little bit interesting is we lost this piece here. So I'm gonna see if I you know, I took this piece off of the inside of that nose part. So I'm going to see if maybe I can figure out a way to get just a little piece welded up in there. But in the meantime, we'll go ahead, we'll come in, we'll clip these guys off, right? Because we don't want Mickey looking like, you know, Doug Brady in Hellraiser or anything like that. So we'll get that. Again, I think trying to do the repairs close to the nose kind of hides those as best we can. And we're not going for, you know, perfection up on the top. We're going for being, you know, where the people can usually see them from, and making it look like Mickey doesn't have, you know, a rhinoplasty. And I think we accomplished that. I think that looks good. So that is, you know, fixing Mickey Mouse's nose with a plastic welder. I don't even think I really need to add paint to him. You know, looking at him from the view here, I think he looks fine. I might anyway, just to come up to kind of clean up where you see that that brake line. But being as most people are going to see him from right here, I think he looks good. Again, this is just a generic plastic weld tool, plastic welding gun. You can get it on Amazon. You know, it's not special or exciting. I chose it because it was on sale, and it worked for our purposes today. So that is, you know, $18 to salvage this, you know, animatronic that broke, versus trying to get a new one or anything like that. And then I got a lot of staples to use on other projects. So there you guys go. I should be picking up R2D2 tomorrow if everything goes well. So hopefully you'll see that guy on the channel soon. Have a good one.